Welcome to Spooky Bear, where darkness whispers your name. And today, please enjoy.
The child in the static. Daniel Ross could not sleep. Nights stretched empty as his daughter's bed, folded and cold since the crash, lay unused beside him. He'd tried pills, alcohol, even the manic chatter of late-night talk shows. But nothing chased the memory of her blood-bright smile. One evening, he slumped before the television, the old set crackling to life in a wash of grey static. He stared into that shifting field as though it might yield comfort. After hours, his eyes burned, but then, through the haze of quartz-white snow, he saw her face. Not crisp, not whole, but ghostly. A flicker of her cheek, the gleam of her eye, a half-smile gone grey. His breath hitched. He reached out, but the screen liquefied, the face melting back into noise. Daniel's heart thundered. Grief, he thought, can warp perception. But deep in his chest, he felt its promise he might see her again. Every night thereafter, Daniel sat with the TV off, dialing into static. He recorded hours of noise on tapes, then replayed them at ridiculous speeds, hoping the fragments would reassemble into her voice or face. His walls filled with scribbled notes, timestamps where the snow shifted oddly, charcoal sketches of the flicker. His wife, Mara, watched him with fear. "It's breaking you," she said softly, but Daniel only gripped her hand harder. "She's still here," he whispered. "I just need to find the right frequency." He scavenged old radio parts, vacuum tubes, stray capacitors, a battered shortwave receiver. In the garage he built a machine, an archipelago of wires and glowing dials that hummed with promise. He wired it to the TV's antenna, to a transistor radio, even to the baby monitor that had once carried Lily's coos. Each night he fed it static. After weeks of tuning, the machine coughed alive. It spit back static so dense it trembled in the air. Daniel shut his eyes, listening. At first, only the hiss. Then, beneath it, a child's whisper. "Daddy, help." He froze, knuckles whitening on the console. The machine's dials spun wildly, searching. Daniel flipped switches, narrowing the bandwidth, and heard it again, clearer. "Don't look up." He staggered back. The words reverberated in his skull, a soft command that carried the authority of someone he loved and lost. The static fell away. Only the faint hum of the machine remained. That night, Daniel tried to sleep with the window open. The sky was still, a vault of black velvet. He lay in bed, watching the stars, her favorite lullaby, until the whisper returned. "Don't look up." He sat upright. The air in the room felt too thick, as though the sky had drooped down to press against the glass. He imagined Lily there, above him, but she would never warn him like this. His mind turned over possibilities, a trick of the machine, an echo of his grief. But the command felt urgent, primal. Daniel's days blurred. He dropped work, stopped eating regular meals. Mara slept on the couch, afraid to wake their room. He lived in the garage, refining the machine, chasing stronger signals. Neighbors complained of humming that rattled windows. He heard a new message in the hiss. Urgent, raw. "They're here." The static flickered images of vast shapes beyond comprehension. Cables of darkness, segmented bodies, eyes like moons. Daniel gasped, heart in his throat. Who were they? He pressed forward, desperate to decipher. Mara found him one evening, face drawn, eyes rimmed red, as he scribbled glyphs on a chalkboard. "This has to stop," she pleaded. "I'm scared for you." He looked at her. Hollow. "She's calling me." Lily's voice. Mara wept. He turned away. The machine thrummed with promise of truth. On the 7th night of his self-imposed vigil, a storm rolled in. Wind rattled the garage door. Rain slashed the windows. Daniel kept the machine running, headphones clamped to his ears. Through the thunder, the static warped. He heard his daughter's voice. "Now!" He yanked off the headphones and stumbled into the yard. Above him, the sky rippled like a broken screen. Clouds peeled back to reveal something vast, segment upon segment of insectile eyes, each glittering with terrible intelligence. He fell to his knees, rain sluicing his hair. In the gaps between thunderclaps, he heard voices in the wind, voices he'd known all his life, all calling his name. "Daddy, help, don't look up. It's too late." He shielded his eyes, but etched behind his eyelids were patterns of unearthly geometry. The sky's monstrous swarm hovered, waiting. Mara ran out, umbrella tumbling from her limp grip. "Daniel," she screamed. "Come inside." He looked at her, eyes hollow, and saw the reflection of those countless eyes in her terrified gaze. Her skin pulsed with shadow in the flickering lightning. "Lily told me," he rasped. She said to warn us." Mara lunged to embrace him. He recoiled, mind unraveling. "They're waiting," he whispered. "They're hungry for our fear." In the stormlight, he saw her reflection in a puddle, her mouth open in a silent scream. He turned away, gasping. That night, Daniel fed the machine full power. He blocked the garage doors, cranked the volume to deafening. Friends pounded the front door. He ignored them. The static burst into a chorus of voices, Lily's laughter, the neighbor's cries, his mother's lullaby, all layered into a symphony of dread. Then, above it all, a single voice. "It's opening." The machine groaned. The lights in the garage dimmed. Through the smoldering sky above, the beast's eyes parted like curtains on a stage. The thunder roared in harmony. Daniel watched, mesmerized, as the eyes blinked once, twice. Then the door in the sky cracked open wider. Mara burst into the garage, dragging him away. He stumbled but couldn't turn his gaze. The swarm descended, a living tapestry of night. In their millions of eyes he saw himself, his bones, his regrets, his broken love for Lily. He fell to his knees, sobbing, as rain and static drenched him. The machine's final sputter was a shriek of dying metal. And then, silence. The storm rolled past. The sky closed its shutters. The world exhaled. Mara cradled him as dawn broke. The garage lay wrecked, wires torn, screens shattered, the ground scorched. Daniel felt nothing but the hollow ache where hope once lived. In the wreckage, he found a single tape, unscathed. He pressed play. Through the hiss, he heard his daughter's voice. "Thank you for waiting with me, Daddy. They were lonely." And the sky outside remained empty, but he knew they were there, watching from behind the veil.
Sleep is a luxury, and you've just run out. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll be waiting for you if you dare.